All right, everyone, welcome back to the deep dive. Ready to go deep again.
Always. Let's dive in.
Today, we're taking a look at Binance. You guys sent in a really interesting article about what they've been up to lately. And, well, let's just say things are changing big time.
Yeah, definitely not standing still.
Okay, so remember how crypto used to be like the Wild West? Nobody knew what the rules were. It was all so new.
Right, kind of make it up as you go along.
Exactly. And Binance was right there in the thick of it.
Major player for sure.
But then this article drops this crazy stat. Binance spent 158 million on compliance in a single year.
Wow. Yeah, that is not chump change.
No kidding. That's more than some countries spend on their entire financial systems.
Yeah.
So what gives? Why such a dramatic shift?
Well, I think it just shows how the whole crypto landscape is changing, right? Like you said, it used to be the Wild West, but now governments are paying attention, regulators are getting involved.
So they had to grow up a bit.
Exactly. They had to adapt
Yeah.
to survive.
Hmm.
That $158 million, that's the price of staying in the game at this level.
Okay, so they're playing by the rules now, but the article says they're not just following them. It's like they're going above and beyond.
Oh, absolutely.
They're the most licensed crypto exchange globally, right?
Right, and that's a big deal. It's not just about checking a box. These are serious licenses,
Yeah.
like from the EU, Japan, places with teeth.
So it's not just like a PR stunt.
Not at all. Each license means meeting incredibly strict standards. It tells the world, hey, we're playing in the big leagues now. And honestly, it's a smart move. Shows that they're serious about long-term stability.
Makes sense. Speaking of big changes, though, the article also mentioned that Binance's founder, CZ, stepped down. I don't know about you, but if I were an investor, that would make me a little nervous.
Yeah, I get it. Founder transitions can be a wild card. But this is where that boring board of directors that the article mentioned comes in.
Oh, right.
They're not just random suits in a room, though. They're experienced leaders brought in to make sure everything keeps running smoothly. Think of them like the ship's captains, steering Binance toward the future. It's less about one person now and more about having a really strong foundation.
Interesting. And that future, it seems, includes places like India and Indonesia. The article highlighted how notoriously tough those markets are to break into.
Exactly. And you know what? Binance got licenses there. That's not easy.
Clearly, what's the significance of that?
It's a clear sign they're shifting strategies, going for established but difficult markets. And you don't get into those without playing by the rules, right? Which brings us back to that $158 million investment.
It's all starting to add up now. So they're playing by the rules, bringing in the big guns with the board, expanding strategically. Does this mean crypto is finally going mainstream?
Yeah.
The article even mentioned that Larry Fink is investing in crypto now, the CEO of BlackRock.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Someone like him doesn't jump in without doing his homework.
Exactly.
Binance's move toward compliance. I think that probably played a role in his decision. But, and this is important, it's not over yet. The whole regulatory landscape for crypto is still being written.
So exciting times, but maybe a little bumpy too.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. This isn't a done deal, not by a long shot. But the fact that Binance is helping to shape those regulations instead of just reacting to them, that's huge.
Okay, that's a lot to process. We went from a single article about Binance to, like, the global future of crypto.
That's the deep dive for you.
Right. But here's one last thing for everyone listening to think about. We've talked a lot about the external changes at Binance, all the stuff that's public, but what about the internal changes?
Good question.
How is the company culture adapting to this new, more corporate structure? That shift from founder-led to board-driven, that's a huge deal. And honestly, it deserves its own deep dive someday.
Totally agree. Lots to unpack there.
All right, everyone. Thanks for diving in with us again. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.